Hi everyone, my name is Trata.
Hi, I'm Precious.
And I'm Stokely, and we're here to tell you about our experience at the leadership retreat.
When I went, I only knew like one person. When I came back, I knew almost everyone. That's all I can say.
That's true. What about you?
Well, before I left, I have to say, I knew a lot of people already.
Yeah.
Like I knew almost every single
Miss
person.
Popular.
No, not that. It's because I'd previously been with FY, I'd previously been on the orientation team.
Yeah.
So it's like the same set of people that usually does the same activities, like I
Yeah.
involved.
Can see
Which
that.
was why I knew most, especially from North Campus. I knew almost every single person from North Campus.
But for me, it was a little bit different, right? Because I wasn't really that active, apart from the vice president role. But I was introduced to so many wonderful people that I didn't even know came to Humber College, right? Both from the North Campus or from Lakeshore.
The Guelph-Humber students,
And the
I did not
Guelph-Humber
know
as
them.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Right,
Yes.
so those persons, I mean, and then the integration that we had this time around. I can't speak about previous ones, but I've heard from the staff that this was the first time that they've had such a warm group where everyone interacted. So it didn't matter what campus you were from, right? You were put in groups, the activities were done. Remember the time when we built
Yeah.
the thing without no noise? We were supposed to build a world, an island, right? Without speaking, without saying anything, right?
And
So
everybody
that
was
was, and
supposed to-
everybody
yeah.
everybody did their
It was
That was
part.
awesome.
So
That was awesome.
yeah, so sure.
Yeah.
You definitely will be making friends. You
The
definitely will
teamwork was
be
amazing.
yes,
Oh, yeah.
you definitely will be learning team building skills, right?
Like you just feel like how you're welcome. You're there because they care for you as well. But you think about it this way as well. The same boat you are in is the same boat that they are in as well. You might not know 10 people
Yeah.
and they might not know anyone. So you're both in the same boat and you're gonna get to know more people if you interact. You're gonna get to know more leaders around the campus if
It's
you like
true, it's
interact.
true.
And you get to know a lot about the campus as well. I learned a lot of things about campus.
Yeah, and touching on the leadership part, I mean, these are some intelligent people that you're around, okay?
No thanks.
But they have so much fun, right? You'd wonder how the two mix, right? But for real, they are persons that will speak volume into your life, right? That's for sure. They will break you out of a shell if it is that you're in one. They'll probably put you into a shell if you need to be, console like, okay, right?
Yeah.
It's a little bit too much, but you tend to learn the different personalities that are there, and you interact with them, and they touch your life in one way or the other.
Absolutely, yeah. The icebreakers. Just by looking around the room, you could see all this like 100 smiles, not 100, 50 smiles around. It was amazing. Honestly, everyone enjoyed them, and we learned a lesson from them. But I'm more of like a person who would do hand-on experience, and then learn rather than like sitting in a classroom. Well, we don't have a classroom section, but
It was like the gathering, yeah,
like you know what I
exactly.
mean. So I enjoyed more of like hands-on stuff and like icebreakers and learn from it than just them telling us what it was type of a thing. So yeah, that was my favorite part.
My favorite part was like at the end where we could pick up
Oh.
our paper bags and then you open it on the
Yes.
bus. Oh my god, it was like
goodness, I didn't remember that
because
part.
it's funny because as much time as we actually spend with each other, you don't actually see people drop stuff in your paper bag, and then you go at the end of the day, which is when we can actually pick it up. When you go at the end of the retreat, when you go pick it up and then you see all of these notes in there, then you're reading it and
Yeah.
We
The
always
goodie
feel
bags are like
so nice together.
best
Look at
thing
that
to do, right?
amazing type
Yeah.
of like so many
Send
amazing
notes.
words. Like it was
Yeah.
very heartfelt.
for me.
It boosts you up.
Yeah. For me, it was the activities though. The activities were like real camp activities. So we had rock climbing, right? Where it was team rock climbing, right? We had nobody
so
trying, and then you had to stand on the pole and hold hands and shimmy off a bit. So that was one. The snowshoeing.
Oh,
yes, I didn't get to do that one. I wanted to do that one, right? So
Yeah.
you're walking on the snow and trekking through. What was there?
Skiing.
Was
Oh
there.
yeah, we did
Oh,
ski
it was
together.
amazing.
Oh, that was
The
the best
sad
thing
thing is that
ever.
you can't get to do everything, right? So you had to like choose, and I was like,
Yeah.
I love rock climbing, so that's the only reason why I did that one.
Some
But-
people did some. They were indoors inside. You just painted,
yeah,
right?
been painted,
Very
with
nice
cards.
Super-
So yeah, the activities were like
Super nice.
on point. They were on
It was
point.
amazing. I never did skiing before, so it was great for me.
Yeah,
Just
the
like,
first time, right? I know. I was like, wait,
how many times we fell?
Yeah, we went together.
We went together. Oh my god, a lot of times we fell, but
Funny.
hey, we weren't injured. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We enjoyed it. It was so wet afterwards.
Yeah. Oh man. See, and that's what I missed.
But yeah, it was great. Like we did things that we wouldn't be able to do until we go up north and stuff.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Thanks, Emma.
Like
Thank
That's
you.
good.
great
That's
experiences.
good.
Thanks retreat.
For somebody who doesn't know what these paper bags are, can someone explain what they are?
Okay, so the paper bags that we were introduced to, we more or less got, you know, the brown paper bags, really brown paper bags, but then we were supposed to make them individualized. So you had to put a design on it, put your name on it or something, whatever.
The name
whatever.
was key so that people could find it.
Exactly, right? So you put your name on it, and what it was instrumental for is to more or less leave a message or a note for the person without them knowing that it was you that sent it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you would have some more or less like what you call those things when you compliments, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you write compliments down. It's like, wow, you know, you really spoke well today, you know, and then you drop it in the person's bag, and you know, so they weren't able to look at the notes until the camp was done, right? So
Yeah.
we'd have like a graduation ceremony where you hand each other the goodie bags, and when you're on the bus, that's when you actually had a chance to go through, or when you're right, or when you go home, you to actually look through all the notes I wrote. So it was really, really touching because you would see what your life brings to someone else that you didn't
Yeah.
even know, right? So for me,
Too nice.
the compliments that I got constantly was, wow, your smile brightened my day, or you know, I really appreciate your smile. It was, you know, so for me it was like, oh, I probably can use this some way other than, you know, smiling for food or something. But
And we
it
created
was,
the bags like the day we actually got there.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
like right after putting our stuff in the cabin, like that.
yeah, so that was almost like the first activity,
Yeah,
you know,
so
one of the first activities
they
that we
made us
did.
that so that at
Get
the
your
end
bags
of,
done.
because we had different activities on different days and different people would shine on different days, you get to see more different
Exactly.
people on different days. So at
Yeah.
the end of the day, of each day, we were encouraged, like write something
Yeah,
about.
so just write something about the
Yeah.
person dropped in the bag, you know.
Yeah.
I think one of the greatest questions that was asked is like, who would you want to have coffee with, right? And so therefore you write that, you know, it's like, I'd love to have coffee with you,
You
and they dropped in the
sometime,
bag,
yeah.
right? So it was
True.
really
Yeah. It was-
interesting to see how many persons would want to.
And like how you impact others.
Yeah.
As well. Like you might not know what impact you create on others as a leader or as a person in
Mhm.
general, but when you hear like or when you read this, it was amazing to figure out
True.
like get to know how impactful you are, and you get to learn about yourself as well. Like, oh hey, I actually am nice as like comforting, like I'm good at comforting someone, or I actually got like a note saying I would actually have you as my cabin mate again if you were to go to retreat. And I'm like, oh.
Nice.
So yeah, I know you learn a lot of stuff about yourself, and all the compliments, it really boosts you up. And when I was opening, I was like, I was about to cry, like, oh my god, this was so nice. Like, you know, when someone compliments you, like it was like heart touching, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, it became very emotional at one point.
At one
Well, a
point,
couple
yeah.
times, really, right? But there was
Yeah.
one point in time when it really became almost, what should I call it now? Almost real, you know?
Yeah.
It was like surreal, you know? It was almost like a surreal
Whoa,
moment
guys,
that
we
you.
forgot something.
that you just came in.
Remember when Corey made us like sit in the
So that's what I'm talking about, right? So that was one. That's
my
it. So
Lord. This is even
you
totally
wanna tell
away
them
from
about
it.
it?
Oh, yeah.
I should tell them about it. No, you guys did come to experience
Yeah,
this one for sure,
I
right?
cannot
Yeah.
explain this one. This one is no.
No, this is not explaining about
Yeah,
you.
it was
You have to
like
experience
the
it.
highs
You have
of
to experience
emotions. Cause like you're closing your eyes and people are supposed to like touch you if they believe that you are. Corey would read out like a scenario and
Exactly.
then, yeah.
Right. So Corey would say, okay,
Touch
touch is like on the knee or on the shoulder. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not that type of touch.
Or like you put your hand out if you don't
Yes,
want to touch
exactly.
anybody.
Right. So
you
he
just
would say,
get a tap.
touch someone that really spoke into your life, and then you'd probably feel almost like 10, 15, 20 people
I
just
know,
touching you,
I
right?
know,
Like,
like,
really? I've made that much impact
Yeah.
in the short time, you know? So it was really, really a wonderful experience.
Thank you for watching our YouTube video. Be sure to check out our other YouTube videos of the Lakeshore retreat, okay?
Nice. That was great.